Welcome to the TransForum. The great issues of our day demand clarity, and today we will be addressing the question, how do we create long-term prosperity for the largest number of people?
Hi, I'm Dennis Peacock with another news brief from the TransForum. We're talking now about the stimulus and state deficits. And if anybody should know about state deficits, it's me, those of us who live in the wonderful land of fruits and nuts, California. You know, that joke about us certainly describes what's been going on in Sacramento. Now, the principle here that we want to deal with is growth without accountability creates waste and corruption. That is a law, an economic law. If you grow faster than you can manage, I can guarantee you, you're going to have waste and it will lead to corruption. And that's what we're seeing right now as the TARP money is being distributed out to the states. Now, the government accountability offices, which is neither Republican nor Democrat, it's not liberal or conservative, there's just men and women working with numbers, crunching the numbers, and dealing with that information. They now have recently issued an article, which I read from the New York Times, that the TARP money that was supposed to go to create new jobs is not going to creating new jobs in multiple states here in the U.S. In fact, it's going to close the deficit gaps that more than half the states in this country are experiencing. We've lost 2.25 million jobs since last September. The TARP money is not creating jobs. It certainly hasn't capped out an unemployment rate at 8% or 8.5%. It's 10.5% now and probably climbing. We've talked about this before. As an economist, I worked with the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I'm very clear nobody really knows, or only God knows, and he ain't talking about what the real numbers are. But it's always higher. The politicians are going to give you the lowest numbers they can give you. I want to know who's advising President Obama on this stuff. Or even more importantly, who is overseeing the statewide spending? I am assuming, fool that I am, that when this TARP money was going to be released, they got neutral, so to speak, non-political people to oversee the spending and the accountability for where that money went and making sure that it was not spent on things like closing state deficits. That is not what they told us the TARP money was going to be used for. Now, I don't care if this is left, right. This is not about Republican, Democrat. We're constantly trying to communicate to you here on the TransForum. We think the left-right game is what helped get us in this situation. What we're talking about here, folks, is simple accountability. Who is overseeing the release of that TARP money in the states? I want to ask you a question. What's the state doing with the TARP money you are receiving? And do you really care? This is the TransForum, folks. Let's engage.